for my brother and me, and of course for all the rest of us, and have really been sort of a spring of continuity through all these years for us. It's wonderful to be able to be here with you and to celebrate this occasion.
Well, thank you for coming, all of you. It's really an honor to have you all here. And I promise you, I won't be here till I'm 100, I'm sure.
It's 95.
If you join me in a toast.
All right.
Daisy, may you be here as much longer as you want to be here.
Yes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kimi. Happy birthday to you. You know, it's not very often that people get a chance to be kind of appreciated or made special. And boy, she didn't want to be special tonight. You know? So kicking and dragging the whole way, but you know, in the last couple of weeks she's kind of softened up about the whole thing. And I'm so glad. Last night my cousin Monica calls me and she says, I just want you to know I'm coming to the party. It's like, Monica, you weren't invited. No? Where is she? No. But this is the part she knows. Kimi invited me. Oh, well, okay, if Kimi invites, it's okay. And that's, I'm sitting there smiling because it's like, well, that's all this was about. Is, you know, Kimi can invite anybody she wants. And so when she's starting doing that, it's like, oh, she's getting the idea of this whole thing. But anyway, Kimi, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Educated, professional woman with community accomplishments when she married this guy with 4 kids. And, okay. And she moved to Colorado, pretty quickly. And then later to Florida, and then back to California. You know, I know my dad, I love him dearly, but sometimes he wasn't the easiest guy to hang out with. But you know, she was committed, she loved him, she cared for him at his last illness, and she was always there, a great model of, you know, marriage.
And 90, when Pete and I, and then Naomi and Joshua, we went to Florida to go visit, and it was, I think it was last minute, I think I called you to say that we were in town. So when we got there, Auntie Kimi made the nicest dinner. I don't think you remember. But it was really, it was the first time, it was your hospitality that touched me. And you touched our kids. Well, our kids were young, so they wouldn't know, but Pete and I would.
We came to our home in Colorado. Well, now I know the wedding, I was 14. So actually, my brother Robert was just graduating. Okay, so truly, she's my mom because she raised me. And one thing I really remember was when we were unpacking some of her items from coming. You know, there would be all this art and all these things, and really, she did this amazing thing of kind of opening up the world. And one thing I do remember, she's like, oh, we're going to go to college. I don't know. Everyone else wouldn't see you. She's like, how come you're not going to go to the East Coast? And how come you're not going to go to prep school? And I'm thinking, oh my God. And really, she was talking about all of you. You know, because of all of you, she knew about this whole thing. Now, obviously, I didn't listen to her because I ran back to the West Coast. But I really appreciate it because, I mean, she was my mother. She took care of me, you know, through high school and all of that time, and really kind of opened up the world. And
obviously, I've known Grandma Kimi all my life, and she's been Kimi to me, not Teasy. I know, like, I remember, like, Chrissy, like, I don't know, like, when I met you, but I know I was over 8. So I was named as Grandma Kimi, and she comes in and she's talking about Keezy. And it was probably like 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, totally. And it was, yeah. And like, it's like, who is Keezy? Oh my God, who's Keezy? Like, I think I should know, who is Keezy? So eventually I figured it out, and it was like, and eventually all of you guys like started coming in, and like, I met all of you, well, most of you. Chrissy and Walter and Victor, and it's great. Thank you for being there and always supporting me in everything I've done. And I want you to be there when I graduate high school and college. Yeah.
When Kimi came into our family, I was, she was kind of bringing into this 80 people strong Kitayama family, and I remember how just with she always got in and helped. She always helped cook. She always and she just blended in and became part of our family, and that's really warmth. And then knowing.
And I must say that since my mother died, you have really been and stepped in as our surrogate mother and family member. You have attended graduations wherever they were, Maine and Pennsylvania, and who knows where, and weddings, Wyoming, and wherever they were, and have been definitely, a part of this family that we call our own. And I think it's been very, very touching and important to us that you were there at each of these occasions. And I want to thank you for being there for us.
We didn't have anything to begin with, and I remember that the Fuji's lent us their roller coaster, I think it was, and without those tools that the people were so generous to lend us, I don't think that we would be here today, and so that we got to thank all the people, and especially the Fujis for helping us in the beginning when they came, and then I remember that Kimi was real active in the politics in the Hayward area, and which was very nice. Okay, thank you, Kimi.
And so when they came to Ray and me, they said, now, how did he propose to you? Or why did you get married? I said, well, it was an exchange for the rototiller. Serving as the representative of the Nisei generation for us. And to me, it's been amazing because she knows everything that's going on. There's no doubt about it. And part of it is because she's on her iPad. So to me, that's a test to knowing that, it's lifelong learning. I mean, you can either decide to shut down and say your world is small, and I just know this, and that's all I ever need to know, or you're always expanding your horizons. And I think everyone's kind of spoken to that. But, when I tell my friends that my 90-year-old aunt is, emailed me on her iPad, they can't figure out how to do it themselves. No, I think it's part of always being engaged and wanting to learn and pushing yourself. I think another thing I remember her saying is the Oakland Museum, right? She's one of the founding members of it. See, my name's there because there needed to be a Japanese name. So you better keep it. So there's this legacy of the amount of work she did for the AC Transit Board and her support of local sports and all this that I think is part of the legacy we all kind of inherit, and whether or not we continue with that is the question we all have to take on. What role we feel we play in whatever combinations of heritage we have, that we come from a certain place, and how proud are we of it, and how much do we know about that too is really important. And she is our repository. We still have cousins alive in Japan. But it's a great source of pride to have.